Now, the last player that I wanted to talk about, and that is a big target, and it has been reported that Ange Postecoglou has told the Spurs board, go and sign him. Fabrizio Romano has stated in the last couple of days that Spurs will try and get this deal done with Leicester, James Maddison. Max, let's come to you on James Maddison. I'll tell you what, for me, I've been a big fan of James Maddison over the years. Even when he played for Norwich City, I even said when he was a Norwich player, Spurs should go and sign him. And we didn't. And we've been linked with him for many, many transfer windows. James Maddison for you? Would you like to see him in a Spurs shirt?
100%. He's someone I feel like he'd make such a difference to our side. It feels like we finally would have replaced that sort of attacking midfielder that we need. We know that he can play. We know that he can play with Harry Kane as well, obviously playing with England. It's kind of a no-brainer, especially with how bad they were last season. It's not like they were flying and he's going to stay there. Like he wants to move. Like it's a no-brainer. Just go out there and tell the league that we're going to be back in business next season, because he will get us back to the Champions League, like around that sort of position. It's so infuriating, and the fact we've like dilly-dallied again, like saying I'm 25 million for him and 25 mil for Barnes. It's like, come on, man. He's England. He's proven. He's set piece taker. We know that he's good on the ball, creative. He scores goals. He does everything in the attacking part of the park. Like I'm not telling someone to come in and to say, oh, we need someone who has to play box to box. He's literally going to sit there in that number 10 spot producing magic. And if we can't go out there and sign someone, I don't know who else are we going to sign in that position for 50 million that we're linked to. It's on a plate there, honestly. Premier League proven. Go out and get it done. And if the boss wants him, then we don't get him, then we're already letting him down.
£50 million, Rick. Is he worth it?
Oh, I think so, bro. I mean, the only discrepancy is the 12 months, okay? But I think so, and especially like exactly what Maxi said there. You know, somebody who can play in that number 10 role, somebody who can be the creator. I mean, I don't know how many podcasts have we had, Chris, where we've spoken about a creative midfielder, where we've spoken about somebody who can be, you know, the guy that can unlock the pass and break down that kind of rigid defense, you know, when they play two banks of four back to back. You know, he is somebody that can do that, and I think he would flourish with Harry ahead of him, with Sonny on one side, with Kulu on the other side, or Poro, you know, with the attacking play that we're going to be implementing next year. I think he would be fantastic for us. So if he's your number one, absolutely go out there and get him. But at the same time, and I know, listen, because I'm one of these people that do get frustrated when we haggle for a player. But you've got to let the club do the business. Do you know what I mean? If we look at the money that they ended up spending on Bentancur, absolute steal. Do you know what I mean? We haggled over Kulu. We got 5 million up. Absolute steal. Do you know? So let them do what they got to do. My only worry is somebody like a Man City or a Liverpool or a Man United coming in to kind of just drop the money there and get it done. We know that Leicester are very tough negotiators. Every single player that is left, they've pretty much got the money that they've asked for. But they're in a precarious position right now. They've gone down to the championship, and you know, they're going to need money. They couldn't spend no money last year as well. So it's definitely going to be a bit of a poker game between Tottenham and Leicester, but let them do what they got to do. But if it takes that extra little 5 mil to get it over the line, then I just beg that Tottenham actually make it happen. Because from all reports and from all the in the knows, you know, it sounds like he wants to come to Tottenham. It sounds like he wants to be in London. It sounds like he's actually up for this project. It sounds like he's actually excited for this project. He's also friends with Harry Kane. So that was another selling point for Harry Maguire, wasn't it? Oh, he's friends with Harry Kane. I don't care. They're paying him 10 million to say goodbye. Do you know what I mean? But put an extra 10 million on Madison and get another friend in. Do you know what I mean? Like, why not? But yeah, I absolutely think that for the style that we're going to be playing next year and the profile of the player, like Maxi said there, who else are we going to get for 50 mil from around the world that is going to come in and do the job that he's going to do? It's not going to happen. It's going to cost us 60, 70, 80 mil to get somebody of that type of ability. So let's go ahead and let's make it happen.
Yeah, there were a lot of newspaper reports stating that Spurs put in a £50 million bid for Harvey Barnes and James Maddison, but Spurs have not put any bids in at all for James Maddison as yet. So watch this space. But Fabrizio Romano expects Spurs to be working on the deal next week. Dave, James Maddison for you, does he fill that void since Christian Eriksen left? Because as Ricky said on this podcast, after matches, so often we've spoke about lack of creativity. Will he do it for you, do you think?
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. Look, he's a creator, he's a scorer. So, it's that sort of player that we need. He also picks you up a lot of free kicks as well, which means we can stay up in the opposition third. So that's all a plus. But look, I also think it's a signing that it'd be great for someone like Madison because you've got the European Championships coming up at the end of next season. And, if he wants to get into that England squad, if he can come in and hit the ground running and put chances on a plate for Harry Kane, that means Southgate has to bring him and he'll have to play him. So I think it'd be a great move for someone like James Maddison if he's thinking ahead in terms of England and stuff like that. So I think it's a very good move for him. I think it's a good move for us. But I also think it's a signing that, will galvanize the Spurs fan base. I think a lot of people would be behind this. I think a lot of people would be excited about it, and it'd be a good signing to sort of kick off the Ange Postecoglou regime. And if Ange Postecoglou wants him, I want him. Now, look, I do have a few concerns over maybe his attitude and that he really wants that London lifestyle, because we've seen before with players, that London lifestyle can also take you off your game. So that concerns me a little bit. But look, good signing. We need to improve the English quote around the squad, so that we can start shifting out some of the other ones that are just not good enough anymore. So it's a signing all around that makes sense.